Man, we've got tons of new gameplay from Mafia 3. So Mafia 3 is an open world third-person shooter with strategic elements of conquering the city one district at a time through the use of your lieutenants, who will offer you a full arsenal of tools and weapons to use in your endeavor. Man, oh man, that was a mouthful. It tells you that this game is going to be extremely detailed, and this game is about branching decisions as well, with an open world mission structure tied to well-paced, story-driven missions that many of you loved from Mafia 2. Yes, those stellar missions that you may remember from Mafia 2 are returning, just with some extra padding. Those epic open world activities which were missing from Mafia 2. Finally, that was my biggest concern with Mafia 2. It seems like they have remedied that with Mafia 3. Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and as you could probably tell, I'm super excited to be talking about Mafia 3 once again here on the channel. And by the way, finally Mafia 3 has a release date of October 7th, 2016, coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC. This game looks amazing. It looks gorgeous too. So we're going to dive into the details, all new details about the game right now. So the game, of course, takes place in fictional 1968 New Orleans, aka New Bordeaux, which is separated into 9 different districts with their own lighting, atmosphere, and architecture, and even crime rackets. Now, you play as Lincoln Clay, a Vietnam veteran trying to find a place in the world, and he is out for revenge against the Italian mob. Now, if you missed the new story trailer, you can check it out in the description below. I highly recommend it. It is badass. Now, I know a lot of you are extremely curious about the open world itself. You can expect to run into industrialized areas, shipyards, the bayou. These are going to be your swamplands, in other words. And then you will see your more poverty-ridden districts, and then your more high-end districts. And with that, you'll be able to witness the dichotomy between the rich and the poor, plus how the police responded to race, wealth, and power. Now, districts will offer their own unique side activities and crime rackets, plus you'll eventually be able to assign your lieutenants to each one. And you'll have 3 different lieutenants who work underneath you, and will offer you additional rewards and have their own skill trees. Now, I'm going to get into more on them in just a moment, so stay tuned. But we're talking about the open world. Now, the bayou is going to be a very unique area. It's going to be your swampland location. It's going to have hidden items and treasures of some kind, and will have moon-shining rackets, which you can eventually destroy. You'll also run into extortion rackets as you play the game, illegal seizing of gasoline and construction material, and prostitution rings. Now, this sounds like so much like one of my favorite open world games ever, and that is The Godfather, which is very, very good news. Now, about them lieutenants, we have Cassandra, the Irishman, Burke, and Vito. That last one should sound familiar to you because he was the protagonist in Mafia 2, who is now residing in New Bordeaux. Now, you'll have the opportunity to hand off conquered safe houses and districts to your lieutenants, though you'll have to be careful not to favor one too much, or you will piss off the entire outfit. It's a big balancing act, and I imagine a lot of you will favor good old Vito, plus he's got some cool weapons in store for you. All this will affect the story and how missions unfold, plus the ending will actually be affected too. Now, if you give Burke control, in turn, he will provide you with more backup in combat and underlings that will aid you. Vito, on the other hand, will give you access to better guns and protective gear, and Cassandra can prevent enemy reinforcements from being called in by cutting phone lines. Nice one. Now, you'll call in favors from them from your weapon wheel right then and there in the thick of the action. You can call in things like a mobile store, hit squads, and even bribing police. Don't forget, you'll also have the ability to perform wiretaps, which will give you insight about potential informants and squillers so you can interrogate them. Now, interrogating can be quite violent, but it could lead you to new ways of tackling missions too. And by the way, if you think you'll be able to advance through all the characters' skill trees, you'd be dead wrong. This game will make you pick and choose. So yes, a lot of the abilities and skills might be cut off from you, indicating that this game is designed for replayability. And yes, this is an open world game, meaning missions can basically be tackled any way you want, Want to go in stealthy? Make sure you get some good intel from Cassandra and interrogate some poor fools. How about guns a-blazing? Then bust open the front door and start shooting. There's a ton of options here, and this is what open world gaming is about. Seems like Mafia 3 is nailing this part of the game in a big way. In fact, missions are so open, you decide who lives or dies and what happens next, meaning the content will change based on your decisions. And mentioning the open world, your best bet to get around is in one of the many muscle cars and other various automobiles on offer. Cars can also be further upgraded too. Now, as I recall, I believe it was Berg that will be offering those car upgrades. So if you are a car enthusiast, definitely befriend Berg. And one of my favorite things to do is just drive and listen to good music while seeing the sunset. Apparently, we can expect a ton of high-quality licensed music, so be prepared to get lost in this one. By the way, did I state how gorgeous this game is? I am so impressed with the visuals and cannot freaking wait to play it. You guys know one of my all-time favorite games, again, is The Godfather, and this is giving me some major nostalgia right here. Cannot wait to try it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned here to Open World Game for more Mafia 3 gameplay and news. Thanks, guys, and I will see you later and soon enough in New Bordeaux.